Welcome to the House of Keys. Today we're going to be talking about Herbie Hancock's Chameleon. Now Herbie plays the bass line with his left hand and he comps with his right hand. But today we're going to do something different. I'm going to teach you the bass line to be played with your left hand, but I'm also going to teach you the melody that's played by the saxophone. Sometimes it's played by a trumpet, sometimes it's played by Herbie himself, depending on the track. So let's go check that out. Let's start with the left hand here. We're going to start here on low G. Now I have my Wurlitzer 2 keyboard sound on here, even though Herbie's really using something closer to a Moog sound, but I can't do that here with my Nord. So we're just going to do the best we can with what we got. Anyway, I'm down here on low G, and I'm going to walk up chromatically from G right up to B flat. Just white, black keys. All right? Like that. And then from here, we're going to jump up to A flat and then finish it out with a B flat there. So that's the first part of the bass line. Just like that. And one more time, a little slower. And then now I'm going to bring my pinky down to C, or whatever finger you're comfortable with. Doesn't matter to me. You're going to bring your pinky down to C and then walk up chromatically again. This time to E flat. So we go C, D flat, D, E flat, white, black. And then we're going to jump up to B flat and D flat. So again, slower. Like that. That's the second half of the bass line. So if we put those two parts together, they're going to sound something like this. I like to play these chromatic notes, the ones that are all in a row. I like to play them a little longer, and then on the higher notes, a little shorter. Gives it a more percussive feel. All right, and that is the left hand. Now for the melody, which is played by the saxophone, he starts on a B flat up here. Actually, it might be an octave lower. Yeah, let's play it an octave lower. I have this octave mechanism here. I can change octaves up, down. So we're going to go one octave down, and I can play up here. So here's the melody. And again. And he goes through that a few times. Okay, so the notes here are B flat, A flat, B flat, and D flat. B flat and A flat are going to be played twice. And then A flat, B flat again. Up to D flat, back down to B flat. Very simple. And now this little walk down and a walk back up. Continue walking up. D flat to E flat. So we have B flat, A flat, B flat, D flat, B flat. And then B flat, A flat, F, A flat, B flat, D flat, E flat, E flat. So once again. All right, that's the first part of the melody. Now there's a second part where the saxophone player is going to go up to this F, and he'll play something like this. All right, so that's starting on an F, but what I like to do is slide into that with an E flat before. All right, that's going to start my rundown. So F, E flat, E flat, D flat, D flat, E flat, D flat, E flat. And then stretch all the way down, if you can, with your thumb to E flat, crossing over, D flat, B flat to finish out. So that looks like this. Alright, and then to finish that line, we're going to start here. Just like the second half of that first part of the melody. So here's the whole thing. Just like that. Like I mentioned in the intro to this video, Herbie plays the bass line with his left hand and he comps with his right hand. Let's go back to 1974 and see what that looked like. But let me warn you, this video is mirrored, so you're going to have to watch the right hand, or what looks like the right hand, but in fact it's actually his left hand playing. That's pretty funky. Let's go check out a clip from later on in Herbie's career, where he plays the melody with his right hand. Herbie was known to switch things up from time to time, and this time he chose to play the melody in his right hand with a trumpet player. Let's go see what that looks like. Yeah, man, that was pretty awesome. You might have heard that the tempo was a little faster in that last clip. And that's one of the cool things about this song. You don't have to play it the same way every time. There's a couple elements that remain the same, and that makes the song what the song is. But even those, you can mess around with, like the bass line, the melody. Find a way that you like to play it. Thanks for joining me at the House of Keys, and I'll leave you with this final clip of Herbie playing in 2012.